While walking on the wire, I ran into something way worse than falling to my death. A cop was shouting at me, begging me not to do anything stupid. His voice was desperate, like I was about to fall any second. As they watched in shock, I hoisted the balancing pole onto my shoulder, spun around quickly, and headed in the opposite direction. The whole move was smooth as butter. The two cops wanted to grab me, but there was nothing they could do. I didn't care. I kept going. This time, I wanted to push myself even further. When I reached the middle, I knelt down on the balancing pole, spread my arms wide, and looked down at the crowd below. I felt like a bird, soaking in my own private view from the clouds. Meanwhile, my partner on the other side was running into trouble. More cops had rushed up there. Both sides were trying to pull me back up, but I was solid as a rock, even dancing on the wire. My moves freaked them out all over again. Then, once again, I turned around and switched directions. The cops could only stand there and watch. On the wire, I was king. To prove it, I stood on one foot on the balancing pole. Even the cops looked amazed. After that, I kept moving forward. The cops thought I was heading back to the rooftop and got ready to catch me, but I wasn't done yet. Like a rebellious kid, I turned around again.
You're so big! Come on! Unbelievable!
Halfway across, I stopped and slowly sat down. I felt like I was sitting on the edge of the world, thrilling and dangerous at the same time. The next second, I laid down flat on the wire. For normal people, that would be unthinkable, but for me, it was like lying in my own bed. The crowd below kept growing. They were all amazed by what I was doing. As I was soaking in that pride, a seagull suddenly flew by. When I saw its blood-red eyes, I got a bad feeling. I quickly scrambled back up, wanting to end this stunt. Suddenly, the boat shut out and I nearly lost my balance and fell. A helicopter came flying in, constantly urging me to get off, threatening to take forceful action. The deafening roar exploded right next to my ears, throwing off my concentration. After that scare, I could barely keep my balance, but my stubborn determination brought me back to my senses. I strapped the balancing pole to my back and decided to use the most basic method to finish the last stretch. With everyone watching, I slowly inched toward the finish. The hardest part of wire walking is always the last 3 steps. That's where most people fail. When I took the last step, the wire started swaying violently and the safety clip was barely hanging on. I could practically see death reaching out for me. Everyone thought this was the end, but the next second, through sheer willpower, I steadied myself. I made it. I tossed the balancing pole to the cops, then got pinned to the ground by them. But I wasn't scared, because I had just pulled off walking a wire between the twin towers at 500 meters high. I earned everyone's praise. People clapped and cheered for me. Even the cops who arrested me admired my courage. This is a true story that happened to me. I'm Philippe Petit, a French wire walker, obsessed with high wire acts.